Do you remember that false missile alert in Hawaii back in 2018? The one that said this isn't a drill and had people hiding their kids in storm drains?
Missile threat to Hawaii. A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill. If you are indoors, stay indoors. If you are outdoors, seek immediate shelter in a building. Remain indoors well away from windows. If you are driving, pull safely to the side of the road and seek shelter in a building or lay on the floor. This is not a drill.
I think most people nowadays would agree that it's a level of nuclear danger that's perhaps greater than or at least equal to the time of the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. And the public is blissfully unaware of this. We're now in a world where there are not just two nuclear powers. We have a multipolar nuclear world slowly spinning out of control. The conventional systems that interact with nuclear systems, and we now have challenges to strategic stability, the question that used to be fairly easy in a bilateral context. And the US and Russia have over 90% of the nuclear weapons.
And the introduction of autonomous systems, artificial intelligence, the increasing role that cyber is playing in weapons systems, all of these things are new, and unlike what we had traditionally with arms control, where there are no rules of the road for this new technology, there's no conversation about it, and the experts say we're really in a wild west for these new weapon systems that are exceedingly dangerous.
Though the risk of hacking is low, it's catastrophic.
ISIS has been recruiting IT specialists in Russia, and that some have gone missing. Even if it is low probability, the thought that there are people potentially controlled by ISIS who are experts who are working on hacking into command and control.
See, most people think a cyber attack means hackers in hoodies. But the smarter ones, they just buy into the system. Ports, AI, data, emergency infrastructure, a lot of it is foreign investment, including from countries like Qatar, UAE, Saudi Arabia. Now, what happens if something like an emergency alert goes out? Shelter in place, toxic cloud inbound, cyber attack in progress. Now, imagine that, but coordinated, on purpose, backed by foreign money.
You hear from a really trusted, reliable government source that you believe that it's real. What is that like
Even
for
just
you?
for 20 minutes. The stock market panics, people flee, real responders get overwhelmed, and if a real emergency happens at the same time, good luck. This isn't a sci-fi plot. This is just what happens when you outsource your national infrastructure to authoritarian investors. You don't need tanks, you don't need missiles, you just need admin access to cripple a country.